Hello, Trump Monkey. How you doing? Hello, Victoria. How are you? Yeah, I agree with you there, Trump Monkey. Hello, News New England. How are you? Hello, Josephine. How you doing? Oh, okay, Trump Monkey. Oh, okay, hang on a sec. Thank you to let me know. I didn't realize I put the wrong link, pinned the wrong link up. Oh, I did, Joe. I got the white link now.
Hey, I was trying to
Hello,
come up.
News News.
I was trying to come up and say hello, and you sent me to another channel. I said, "Geez, he don't want to talk to me." Yes. And
Oh,
then
okay. Hello,
come up.
News News.
I was trying to come up and say
Yeah.
hello. Sorry about that. I got to shut it off.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Lady Dragon. Yeah. Sorry about that. I accidentally picked the wrong link up. I'm glad you said something.
Well, I figured it was a mistake. That's why I figured I'd better let you know before you lost a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So what you up to today,
Yeah.
Les?
Well, I woke this morning and it did one light and it would get off today with the day.
There you go. Yeah, I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I got to get out the house, get some fresh air. I might jump in my ATV and go for a ride somewhere. Do something even if it's not right.
Hello, that Christina. But yeah, how's that beautiful wife you use?
Oh, she's at work right now. She's getting a promotion, and so she's got to go do some studying and take a test for the promotion. So she's out doing that. So
Oh yeah,
she'll make more money, so I can spend more money.
yeah. Well, how's it with you, beautiful family?
No, the Victoria's at school, and my two oldest ones are in. One's in Washington D.C. and the other one's over in West Virginia. So they were up here a couple of weeks ago. Their mother's moving down to West Virginia with them.
Oh, okay. Hello, sweet sugar. Uh,
Hey,
that's good. Uh, so, school day where you at? Ain't out for that pandemic.
yeah, school days when I can go live. I was actually getting ready to go live, and I saw you arrive, so I didn't bother. I had to come over and say hi. Hi, sweet and sugar. How you doing? Good to see you on here. Yeah, I'm feeling better this now. Now they got my water straightened out. Not trying to drown my heart and drown my lungs. Feel better.
Oh, okay. Hello, bot truck.
Listening while drive.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Listening while driving. See, now it's a good thing they didn't have this when I drove truck, because I wouldn't have gotten many miles in. I'd have been chatting on here all day long instead of driving truck.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, no, I still got my dad old sport.
Oh yeah, what is it?
The good thing about it, it's a S10 and it got a V6 in it. And you get very good gas mileage.
Yeah. Well, people probably think I'm crazy because I just put $4,000 into a 1995 pickup truck to put a plow on it. But the 1995 pickup truck only has 100,000 miles on it. Don't have hardly any rust on it. And so I figured, what the hell? I'm going to probably keep it for a long time. So instead of buying an old shit box with a plow, I spent decent money, put a plow on it. So hopefully I can plow this year and not have a breakdown. My plow I was using before broke down on me. And so I ended up hiring somebody for the whole year last year. It cost me $600 for the year, plow my damn driveway out.
Yeah. Yeah. I do that. But yeah. Yeah, well, the S10 that my dad had, it's a '89 Chevy.
Oh, 89.
And it's a lot easier to work on. 'Cause, don't get me wrong about the full size. Full size easy work on too, but the S10 a lot easier because you can get in, actually get in where you need to get at.
Oh, sweetest sugar, make sure you come on and show me pictures of that sometime. Oh my God, I love vets. I've I almost bought a 1980 back. I bought a brand new Camaro, and right beside the Camaro, they had a 1976 Corvette, one of the last Stingrays, and they were both the exact same price. The new Camaro and the older truck, the older Corvette. And I almost bought that Corvette, and I kicked my ass every day. I swear that I didn't buy that Corvette, especially the old 70s and 80s style. I love those old 70s and 80s styles.
Oh yeah. I got a friend live right down the road, and he probably in fact he started from the ground and worked his way up, got the toes, body, frame. He went all out and he started from the ground and built it up. And he pretty much got him a 1980 yeah, come up sweet. And I told him after he got done, it looked like a brand new one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think almost everybody knows Steven, and he's got this. I don't remember what year it is. Corvette's yellow, beautiful, beautiful Corvette. He offered it to his daughters, and none of his daughters were interested in it. So he's put it away in one of his hangars. Well, now he's decided he's going to give it to his granddaughter when his granddaughter's old enough to drive. She's 5 years old. Man, I'll tell you what, wouldn't I love to be a 5-year-old looking forward to getting the Corvette when I start driving?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hello,
sure.
sweet sugar.
Good morning, guys. I couldn't resist coming up here
I
to
think
talk
she's still
car
connected.
talk, right?
Yeah.
So Brian, this Corvette that I've got in the
Yeah,
shop,
he has two brand new 2020 Corvettes. He's got one, and he'll probably buy a new one pretty quick. Yeah, I think he's gonna get tired of those. They'll get they'll get old, and he'll have to have a new one.
those new ones are pretty sweet, aren't
Hello,
they?
friend. Yeah.
So this car that I've got, Brian,
Yeah, for some reason I keep thinking that's an '84 Corvette that he's got put aside for the granddaughter.
hey Glenn, I'll be right back. I think my volume is bad. I can't hear you guys. I'll be right back, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Granny says, "Can you use yarn?" Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because I had a 1969 Dodge Dart,
Hello, Richard.
and I
Yeah.
lost the cable on the linkage on the carburetor, and when I was up north, and I ended up getting back home by tying a piece of cord. I went into a place and bought a piece of cord and took a nail and nailed it through my firewall and stuck that cord through and used that cord to pull my throttle in order to get back home. So yeah, you could use that. Hell, that same car, my shifter went to hell, and I ended up having two rods stuck up through the floorboard, and that's how I shifted the freaking thing, with two rods.
Yeah. I want to tell you, one particular car that that I don't always see on road anymore in Louisiana. It's a red rod, and I know a guy right down the road got one.
Well, Granny Drama Dome, my my mother talks about stories about her father, my grandfather. They never had a car, and my father used to work in the woods with horses, and so their only form of transportation were these big old work horses. And my mother talks about going to the store on the back of a workhorse and coming home with groceries on the back of a workhorse. So I guess you could buy most anything.
You're telling your age there, Brian.
Quiet, quiet. Now that was my mother that did that, not me. I know, but that is saying my mother's animal, right?
How are you guys this morning?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
I'm great. I am packing up, getting ready to go on a fishing adventure again this weekend, and I'm just so excited. I'm starting to become addicted to this whole fishing thing. I never would want to
Yeah.
go along. They took me one time and I caught one fish and I'm like, I'm hooked.
Now, are you going? What type of fishing? Are you going saltwater, freshwater?
Just freshwater. We catch brown trout. They
Oh
are
yeah,
some huge fish and they are just, the meat is pink and it's delicious. Oh,
yeah,
it's so good.
yeah. We have no Maine up here. We have a bunch of ponds and lakes, and that's one of the fish that I like catching is the brown trout. They're fun. They're fun to catch.
They are. They are. And this last weekend we went and I had one fish on I was hooking him. I was unhooking him and putting him in the basket and then I'm sorry, in the net. And while I'm doing this, I've got another pole behind me and I turn around and I look and I see another fish taking off with my pole, my brand new pole. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I either had the
Yeah.
choice of dumping the one I had in my hand and diving in for my pole or letting it go. But I figured I had no chance. So it was a fair trade-off, I guess.
Well, it's funny you should say that because when I was young, I went out on a fishing trip out on a boat, and I'd never fished on this big lake before, and I never thought the fish would be as big as they were. And I took my pole and I set it down in the corner, of the boat as we were trolling out through them because we didn't have hangers. I mean, pole holders. And all of a sudden, I just walking toward my thing, and all of a sudden, I see the tip bend, and then, like you said, the freaking just flew right out of the back of the back of the boat. So yeah, it's a bummer. And then
It
you're always
is.
trying to think of how big that fish must have been. Pull that pole up.
Yep, that's my fishing story, and I'm sticking
It
to it.
had
And
to have been humongous fish.
that's what everybody's telling me. It had to have been a big fish, and I just got a glimpse, and I was more concentrating on the pole. I was like in shock to see because it was on a pole. It was on one of those things you stick in the ground, and it just yanked it. The actual pole that was in the ground had like a indentation in the
Wow.
dirt where it pulled it. Yeah, so it like drug it, and I'm like, what the heck? And
Wow, that
everybody's
had to
telling
have
me it must have been a big one for it to do that.
Yeah, it had to have been Northern. And browns can get pretty big, and they're a tough fighting fish anyway.
They
So
do not give up. You almost have to have two people, one for netting and one for reeling it in at that time.
yeah, right at the boat, they're still fighting. They don't come up and lay on their side like salmon or some of these big lake trout do. They'll come right up, and the minute they see the boat, they start thrashing even harder.
Oh, and they are so worth it because they are so delicious. They are
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Now, so you've just started fishing then?
I've been fishing. I've gone fishing with everybody, my whole life, but I've never actually owned a pole and fished
Oh,
myself. And this
Oh, okay.
time, because I'm more of an explorer, I like to go out and explore and, check out the site. So I can't sit long
Go,
enough
please.
to fish.
Yeah.
So this last time I said, I'm going to try it. There's really not a lot of exploring to do out here. So, because we go out to Wyoming, there's some ponds. They're called ponds, but they're actually really good sized lakes, and there's nobody around for miles. So you have the whole lake pretty much to yourself, and it's awesome. I love it. It's a nice
If you
getaway.
if you want an experience sometime, you should come up to Maine, come up to northern Maine, and go on a fishing. Get yourself a Maine guide, and go fishing up in Maine sometime, because you'll see bear, moose, deer, and you'll see the gamut of everything along lakes and rivers up here. And it's even if I even when I don't go up and I fish and I don't even catch a fish, I'm still happy just because of the experience of going up there and so forth.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. We see so many different wildlife coming up. It's a natural area, and so you've got deer and you've got cows and all these different birds. I actually seen a bird across the lake, and it was so far away I couldn't tell, but it was a huge enough bird that I could see it moving about and getting in the water and doing its thing. But it was huge. And so, yeah, there's a lot to be seen out there. Even if you don't catch anything, you're right. It's about going out there and just having peace of mind and enjoying nature and finding yourself all over again.
I haven't been out on the lakes much, in the past few years, just because basically my health and so forth. I haven't been on the lakes much, but I remember years ago, back when um, eagles were endangered, and you didn't see eagles very often. Now we see them up here all the time, but eagles were endangered, and you didn't see them that time. That I was on a lake up in northern Maine, and all of a sudden this eagle came down, and right beside the boat,
Be careful,
I'm
please.
talking probably 20 feet from the boat, came down, hit the water, and came up out of the water, and he must have had a 16, 18-inch friggin' fish. And it was
Wow.
big enough. That fish was big enough that I bet he went 50 feet before he could get that fish up out of the totally up out of the water. He was dragging it across the water, and then finally he got up. He got a chance, to get up into the air. But I mean, you wish that we had, like we do now. You just grab your phone and in seconds you could have a.
Yeah.
I wish we'd had that back when I was younger, to see some of the stuff that when I went out, because I used to go in the northern parts, down the wild rivers and so forth, and I wished we'd had these toys that everybody's got to play with now.
I recently posted up a video at one of the lakes that I went to. I was walking with my dog, and my poor dog has been through hell. We were recently attacked by another dog, and that's a whole other story. But
Oh yeah, I
we
remember you talking about that.
Yeah, and we were walking by down on the path on this lake, and my dog's, just running loose, and I look up and I see this eagle on a post, and it's obviously, checking her out, and she's just a little thing, and so I reach up and grab her, and then I pulled out my phone and started recording,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've seen. My neighbor's dog was taken away by a hawk and dropped in my other neighbor's yard, and it was missing an eyeball from the hawk, grabbing it. And so they are ferocious. They will take on a fish like that. If it means that's their dinner, they are going to fight until, they've got it, and they'll go back again.
Well, I mean, it shows you the eyesight these things have got. Because eagles don't fly that low. They usually they're up a pretty good distance. That eagle saw that friggin' fish in the water, so you figure it had to been down within a foot or so. Well, actually, it had to been near surface because the eagle was able to grab it. But still, that eagle was still able to see that fish in the water amazes me, that there are actually animals out there that have eyesight like that.
Oh yeah. Even the seagulls too. After we're done, at the end of the day, we clean out our fish at the lake,
Yeah.
and we throw out the guts, and the Seahawks are just like, they're like vultures waiting. They already know that you're going to do that, and they, take every single bit of whatever it is, guts that you throw out, and they eat it. And so it's pretty neat to watch, the cycle
Yeah, I love
unfold.
when we go fishing and we grab the fish heads, and the seagulls are so competitive. You can throw it up in the air and they'll catch them mid-flight because they
Yep.
don't want it to fall down in the water because they know and they'll catch it mid-flight. And we used to, get some of the smaller fish, and that's what we do. Just sit there and throw the heads up.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this.
And that's the thing, is that a lot of times when people go fishing, it's not just the fishing, it's not the catching of the fish, it's the fun. People have
It
to
is.
understand the catching of the fish is only a bonus. It's the other stuff. It's it's what you're going to see when you're there. It's the experience of not getting the fish and having the story. Because I can tell you a story about the fish that I caught, but the fish that got away, I can tell you the biggest story I want to tell you. And those are, hey, Glenn, highlight Pender's, C. Pender's thing up there. We start that with my grandfather, because that's a good one, because my grandmother was the same way. Highlight that.
Yeah.
It says my grandmother was born in my grandfather was born in 1899, and he was able to go from horse and buggy to man landing on the moon. My grandmother and grandfather the same way. They were born in 1897 and in the year 1900, and they were able to do the same thing. And it's amazing. Look at Stephen. Look at Steve. Look at what we've seen in our lifetime. I mean, we've seen from the old 50s and 60s cars that were so basic in their production, to now the cars that and I could work on them. Now the cars are so advanced, I would never dare put a wrench to it. To like you say, man landing on the moon, to now we're making flights to freaking Mars and beyond, and just look at the changes in our lifetime with the computers that we have now. Imagine the changes that the kids, like my 10-year-old, I cannot even fathom what the changes she's going to experience with the fast computers that they're able to do stuff with now, and the way they're able to research things now. I mean, it's going to be amazing what they experience in the next 75 to 100 years.
It's true. When you mentioned the cars, my dad's got a 1939 Oldsmobile, and if I take a look at the details of what it took to make a car back then compared to what it takes now, we've come a long ways. We have come a long ways. So just imagine what it's going to be like for our kids, and how much they're going to see. Hopefully they get to see that.
Yeah. Imagine the tanks, because I love old cars. I like the old 36s, 39. My father used to drive a 36 Indian motorcycle, and I remember my father having some of the old 40s and 50s cars. I can remember when I was a kid, we had a 53 that we used to run, a 53 Chevy, 57 Chevy. I remember several cars that we had back in the 50s, and they were tanks. I mean, these were things that if you got into an accident, you didn't worry about getting hurt. The crash would never get to you.
It was made of metal, not fiberglass.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer this question.
Go ahead.
Trump monkey. Here where I'm at, I can do both, but I gotta drive at least over 175 miles to the ocean. But I do most of my fishing at lake, but I can do with ocean fishing as well.
Yeah, see, I'm lucky here too. I can drive 40 minutes, and I'm at the ocean. Um, and I can drive 1 minute because I live right across the road from a big lake. Is actually within 10 minutes. Is three lakes from me. Um, but what I used to do the most back when I was a kid was brook fishing. I loved, the old
Yep.
brook trout that were, anything from 8 to 10 to 12 brook trout. I love the native brook trout we catch up around here.
It's more tastier. They're tastier.
Yeah, my brother and I, one time, I have a pickup truck. I used to have a pickup truck camper, and you slide it in the back of your pickup truck, and then we go up north, and then you have to drive up into the woods, and this one place that we'd go, you'd have to drive through the river and up the river part way, and then get back onto the trail. And none of these are real roads; they're more like friggin' snowmobile trails that you have to go on. And we get up in there, and then we walk, and God, I can't imagine we walked, 2 hours up
Hello,
the
King.
brook to the second beaver dam, and we fished that beaver dam, and we took a stove with us because we knew we were going to have lunch up there, and we caught 10 trout each, and we ate them, and then caught another 6 trout, which was actually the limit, and then came out with those 6 trout, and then camped right there. And every meal we ate, we were eating the limits of whatever we could catch from brook trout. You'd have to hide the hook to bait it because the fish would bite so well.
What's
Yeah.
what's your guys' limit out there? Do you have a
Yeah,
fish?
brook trout. It's six fish, and most of your lakes that you have like lake trout and salmon and brown trout. It's usually like 2 fish. Salmon, I think salmon you can get like 1 fish. Lake trout, I think you can get 2 fish. I don't fish that type of fish too often, so I don't remember exactly, but it's around that.
Yeah, seems like that's about what it is here too. I think around 4 per
But
person.
no, we can go out on like I go out in the ocean once in a while, and we can get cod. I don't remember how many cod. They usually the guy says how when we're done, and but like mackerel, you can get as many mackerel as you can throw into a friggin' barrel. My wife and I go out and get mackerel. We get like 100 mackerel before we go home.
I'm jealous that you guys get to go to the ocean. I'm in Colorado. It takes us, a
Oh
good
yeah.
good, 15 hours to get to the ocean, I think.
When I'm at my house in the Philippines, it's like maybe 2 minutes. But the only reason it's that long is because you have to go through these
Hello,
these
hello,
really
King.
small roads, and so sometimes you may be doing 3, 10, 5 miles an hour down
Yeah.
through there. So
Yeah, same here. No phone service where we're going either. Like there's no signals.
there's
You're out in the
nothing
middle
wrong
of
with
no.
there's nothing wrong with going fishing or hunting in an area that has no signal, has no GPS, have nothing wrong with that. I love just taking a map and going with the map.
Yep, same
Forget
here.
everything else. Yeah.
Same here. And
I
I,
want
I
you-
take my police scanner works out there, and it's like a walkie-talkie, and I can reach
Yep.
emergency if I need to. So
Yeah.
it's a CB radio kind of thing, and it has service. So
Yeah. Now,
that's all I need
how long are you going for?
for the whole weekend. I'll be back Sunday night or Monday morning.
Oh, great. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have to jump on if you have a live, I'll have to jump on and find out how you made out.
Hello, Angry.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
I have in my Discord, I post pictures and videos and stuff for my
I
friends to
don't
see.
I don't think I'm members. I don't do Discord. I don't know why. I just never had bothered. I don't think I even have any Discord. Someday I'll have to look into it. I'm slow on all that stuff. God, I was years before I ever gotten into um, YouTube before while other people were already into it. I don't even I don't even get involved with the other stuff. Just YouTube and I think Yahoo or one of the other ones. I don't know what the hell it is, but that's how often I go to it.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, you might be like this, kind of similar the same way I am. So it has, but anyways, when I go fishing, I don't have my cell phone on me. If I got my cell phone on me, I won't answer no calls. But every once in a while, I might do like a live stream when I'm fishing, and but fortunately me, I don't really need my cell phone when I do fish. It's
Yeah.
more fun.
Glenn, you need to keep that cell phone near you because I'm waiting for you to catch an alligator or a crocodile, remember?
Oh yeah,
So
Now,
we
do you
want to
have the
see that
alligator
or we won't
gar?
believe it.
Do you have the alligator gar?
yeah,
Oh God, those things are awesome.
yeah.
I want to see him wrestle an alligator. I'd pay money to see him wrestle an alligator.
Glenn, we're going to pay for you to give it a smackdown, okay? We want to see you give
If,
an
Oh,
if,
okay.
alligator a smackdown.
if
Yeah,
there if there was a place where you could go and wrestle an alligator, I bet we could PayPal fund enough money for you to go there and but you'd have to do it live so we could all watch. I'd love
yeah,
that. I would
yeah.
be the first ones to donate 10, $20. Why not? I'm sure everybody would donate.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
See him wrestle an alligator. Doesn't have to be a big one, only 12, 15 feet.
Only.
Yeah.
He says only.
Okay, 8 foot. My God.
Even that's big.
Yeah. Well, I saw a video the other day. I don't remember who posted it, but I think it was Stephen Musel, and it was a huge alligator. I mean, I think they said it was like 15, 18 feet long or something stupid like that. Or no, 12 to 15 long, I guess. And that thing took off running. And I didn't realize a big alligator could move as fast as that could move. When I've been down to Florida and I've seen alligators, I've always walked up, not real close, but close enough. I said, they can't catch me. They'll never catch me this distance before I get to. And God damn, never do that again after seeing that bullshit. That thing took off like lightning. Didn't realize those things could run so fast.
I've never even seen one in a zoo, so I can't even compare what But yeah, I'm afraid of any of those kind of animals. If I see anything coming towards me, I run. Especially after my dog incident, like terrified of dogs now,
But
like a big sissy.
So YouTube.
I like
Yeah.
getting pictures of moose. If there's a moose out, I'll walk up real close, because I know how to act around a moose. You don't do anything stupid. So I don't mind walking up close to moose. Bear, I'll get fairly close to a bear. You always want to respect the bear, depending on what time of the year it is. And deer doesn't bother me a bit. I'll walk until it runs. But now after seeing that alligator, no way. I'll stay in a goddamn car. I'll zoom that some bitch in on with the ain't no. I hobble, okay. I'm on a walker now. Sometimes I'm either in a walker or a wheelchair. So this boy is not getting close to any of that shit anymore. Not unless I got my 44 mag with me.
Right.
But it ran fast enough that it scared me, thinking back of how close I'd been to them in the past. After I see that run, I had flashbacks.
You were lucky in the past.
Sugar, I never realized. If I had realized them things, I mean, I've seen them run, yeah, but not as fast as that one. And that thing, like you say, it was like 12, 15 feet long. It was a big alligator. Probably weighed, I don't know, a ton or something. Who knows? And he fed just as fast as if he was a 6-footer or something.
He was hungry. When there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. But I still would like to. I would pay to see See Glenn wrestling out. You wouldn't even a 6-footer, Glenn. Come on.
Yeah.
Have you
Well,
ever
I had a friend, went on, Red River. He go around on in the pocket at the, Red River. And, well, he came across a 15-foot alligator. He looked at it one time and, of course, he carried on, he recorded it. You look at that thing. No, I didn't want part of that. He left.
He's a
Like,
smart man.
dude, I looked at him. I looked at that video and I'm like, sure, I had fun with that alligator.
Oh, sure you would have, Glenn.
Well, we're talking about an animal that won't just bite you and fight you and hurt you. It'll eat you. So, I mean, when I'm playing around with moose up here, they ain't going to eat me. They're just going to hurt me. Deer ain't going to hurt me. They might hurt me. They ain't going to eat me. Down there, we're talking about animals who might devour you.
Yeah.
You gotta respect
Yeah.
shit like that.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm pretty like this. A 15-foot alligator. I'm staying. No, I'm staying right at 5'9". Okay. And a 15-foot alligator can swallow me whole.
See, now you're giving me flashbacks all over it.
And you're a pretty big guy, Glenn. He's got to be
Yeah.
one hungry one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I there'd be seconds with me. I mean, I'm 6 feet, 300 and we'll just call it 300. And, all right, 20 pounds. And I mean, that son of a bitch could eat me and bury me and come back and get me later.
Oh, and I would just be a snack then.
Yeah,
I'd be a
Yeah.
snack.
you're,
And
you're,
you guys would be I'd be the appetizer and you guys would be the entree.
yeah, you're like my wife. You just be a little bit of a snack to get you ready for the meal.
Yeah. Their people post the videos on YouTube all the time, and what the people do, they go out and record the rivers and lakes and all, and you'd be amazed what they actually catch. And they feel they caught on video a 15-foot alligator took down a deer and actually ate the deer whole. And I'm like, damn.
Oh,
That
yeah, those are.
that
Ugh.
yeah, I know.
Imagine what they
Kind of
would do to
scary
a
looking.
person. Imagine
Yeah.
what they could do to a young child or a small pet. That's
Hmm.
Well,
Oh yeah,
there was a video on YouTube recently that somebody posted that you couldn't tell how big the alligator was because the alligator was still up, in the water. But the alligator devoured whole a 6 foot. It was a croc, devoured another 6 foot croc, and didn't have to bite it in half. None, just swallowed it. I mean that's yeah, that's how big I am, 6 feet.
yeah.
I don't want to be lunch for anybody. I'm good. Thanks, guys. I'll stick to the pigs. We have pigs over here that behave in that way, but they're in pens. So as long as you stay away, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, we don't have any creatures like that we have to be concerned about. Our biggest risk here are the squirrels in the backyard.
No, there's a few animals here where I'm at that we gotta be concerned about. We gotta worry about the brown and black bears. We gotta worry about the panthers, and we gotta worry about the wild hogs right along with the snake.
Oh, wow. That's a lot to worry about. I would move.
Here we have bear. I've seen bear in my backyard twice, but they usually don't come out I've got a good patch of woods behind my house, and so I've left it all nice in foresty back there, and a lot of my backyard, the grass that I planted, and the weeds that I let continue to grow, what they call food plot, and so we have a lot of deer come back to my backyard and feed. My daughter likes to sit out there and watch them, so we leave it out there. And we've had moose, I think, once or twice come out to the backyard, but none of them will hurt you. I mean, a bear, even a bear, is not gonna bother you. Maybe if you get in between him and her, and it's cub or something, maybe. But usually they're just looking for the food. And if you're, at certain times of the year, you got to understand when a bear comes out of hibernation, he's hungry. And he don't care what it is and how close it is to a house. If you've got a bird feeder hanging on the front yard, he's going to come take it. If it's hanging off from the porch, he's going to come take it. You just got to be wary of what you are, where you are, and what you're doing.
Yeah, same here. I think we get coyotes that come into our area every so often, but otherwise.
Yeah, we get coyotes. As a matter of fact, my daughter used to have 30 chickens, and one by one, the coyotes would come in and grab a chicken, and so she would always say, "Well, they got babies, so they gotta eat too." So she was okay with it, but when it got down to like the last two chickens, she says, "I don't want the coyotes to have those," so she gave them to a friend of hers.
Oh, that's, you really have to protect them. Even the raccoons around here will take and eat your chickens. They'll slaughter them. And
we have the coyotes. We have the like the bobcats. Like the guy, this is Fisher. We have Fisher cats. We have bobcats. We have a lot of fox. In fact, I've seen fox in my backyard quite often. That's what you get though if you leave a forested area. Because I live like a mile and a half from the downtown area. And so a lot of the creatures, a lot of the coyotes and foxes and fishers, they go into the municipal areas and they go in and they hunt the domestic animals. And then they come back to the forest areas to sleep and so forth. So if you've got a forest area close to the municipality, that's what happens. You have a lot of that. So that's why we have to deal with that so much.
Well, fortunately me, we got enough woods, in the area I'm at, and we do see a lot of the wildlife animals, but they usually come out, start roaming in a certain time of day. See, like right now in this time of year, we see like more deer coming out in grading because it's bad winter comes.
Yeah.
And for the bears, we gonna see less deal because like you said, Brian. They migrate, they go into hibernation during winter. And that's a good thing. We don't see them during the winter, but we see them more in the summertime.
Yeah, the worst time for bear is when they come out of hibernation because they are so hungry. First couple of days they're not bad because they're so drowsy they can't stay awake most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Once they're out and they've woken up good and so forth, that's when they're looking for food. And if your cat or your dog happens to be outside and they can get to it, your cat or your dog could end up being their lunch for the day, And then they're out all day because they're feeding all day. But once they've gotten their bellies, full and they're starting to put weight on, they're not as bad. Once they're into the berries and stuff, they're not as bad. The worst problem is when they come out of hibernation, there's not a lot of food for them. It's whatever they can. Mostly, it's whatever they can get.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Glenn's got all those frogs out there too. Do you guys eat those frogs, Glenn? Does anybody eat them?
Oh yeah. Yep.
I used to eat frog legs. Frog legs are good.
Yeah, they serve frog
Yeah.
legs at the Chinese restaurant over here. I've never tried them, but I see them on the menu all the time.
I've eaten
Yeah.
a lot of different stuff. Because being in with my wife is, from Asia, when we were living, we go over there and so forth. You eat just about anything.
Now, sometimes in the evening, if I like round pond or at the house, if I on somebody panel or if I'm live and actually get one, and what I do, I go out there. Oh, I'm sorry, I try to kidnap Kermit the Frog, but he keep kicking my butt.
You got to get the upper hand, Glenn. You're the
Yep.
jackrabbit. Lay the smack down on him.
Oh yeah.
You know how you
Well,
do.
I know Kermit the Frog's only weakness is that he's picky.
Oh, yeah. Well, you do have a point there. Got to go after the piggy.
Yeah.
Speaking of piggy, I don't know if you can hear all the noise in the background, but Patchy's over here eating and she makes a lot of noise while she's eating, so I have to keep muting up. She's my little piggy.
Now, do you have a pot belly that you keep in the house, you mean, or?
No, she's a pit bull.
Oh, pit bull. Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
I actually did have a dog though. She was a gray Chihuahua. She was supposed to be a gray Chihuahua, but she turned out to
Little
be
dude.
she was gray, but she looked like a little elephant, and we called her Allie. But she had Cushing's disease, and it's a disease where it makes their stomach protruded. So she looked like a little pot-bellied pig, and everywhere I would go with her, I took her everywhere, and people would think she was a pot-bellied pig. She always got a second look, and people would say, "Oh my goodness, I thought she was a pot-bellied pig," because her skin was so pink from the medical condition.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she looked like a little pig. She was the cutest little thing, but unfortunately, Cushing's disease took her life.
But yeah, I only answer this one question by Steve Pender. So far, here where I'm at, I done seen nine deer, four of those bucks, four of them, does, and one pond, one
Now,
barbecue.
has your hunting season started there yet, Gun?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the squirrel season and bow season done open on October 1st. The black powder done begin last week. Then we got the rifles fishing start this week.
Yeah. See, our bow season started in October the 1st, and then our rifle firearm season starts the last weekend of October. And I don't bow hunt. I used to years ago, but I don't have a bow right now. So I usually just do the firearm season. And the birds, if you're into bird hunting, bird season started October 1st also. I think it was October 1st. So I used to do a lot of bird hunting, but without not being able to walk anymore, I don't do much bird hunting anymore.
Glenn, did I hear you say squirrel hunting?
Yep.
You guys squirrel hunt?
Oh yeah.
People?
A squirrel are actually very good.
What the heck?
Oh yeah.
I've got a couple in my backyard that are annoying as hell. I would love for somebody to come and hunt them down.
They're actually good. You'd be surprised.
I can solve that. I can help you solve that problem. If you can get a small game hunt license, you can get a .177 or a 22 caliber. So it's like 1,000 feet per second, and Get them in your head, and that take care of your squirrel problem.
There's a second other idea, is you interview these guys who you might want to date, and find out if any of them have a rifle, and
The heck with that. I carry my own weapon. I'll just go out there and do it. But I can't find it in my heart to kill off a squirrel like that.
well,
It just
that's why
seems
I
so
say
cruel.
that's what I say. You get and you date a guy that'll come out and shoot the squirrels for you. Once the squirrels are gone, then you can put him back inside again.
And I have to date a guy to do that. I'll just send one of my children, my boys out there. I'm done with the dating thing. That's no fun.
Tell them it's a man test. They got to go out and shoot a squirrel.
Oh, good.
Tell
That's a
them
good
man.
way. Okay, that's a good way to score him. If he can't
Tell
shoot
them-
the squirrel, then
Just tell them
he's not.
it's a state of Maine man test. You got to go out and shoot the squirrel.
And
Each one.
if he can't do it, he's not worthy, huh?
He's not ready yet. Got to wait another year. That way, if they breed and get more squirrels, you've got one of the boys ready to do it next year. So,
My dad told me if he can't change a tire or the oil on my car, then he's not worthy. I never, he never said anything about a squirrel.
hell, I taught my girls how to change tire and change the oil and do all, because that was back when you worked on your own cars. But I
Yeah.
used to teach my daughters how to do light maintenance, just so that they didn't have to take the car to the garage just for something stupid like an oil change or something. But now in the cars nowadays, hell, you can't hardly even get to the when they change the oil. Yeah, so
That's how they get you.
yeah,
They
Yeah.
tell you that you get free oil changes. They don't tell you that it's only for 6 months.
yeah. Free oil changes for the life of the
So,
car. They don't
okay.
tell you if the car ain't gonna last a couple of years.
So
Yeah.
speaking of oil
What?
changes, Brian, the reason I had come up here was because we were talking about the Corvette, my Corvette.
Yes.
It's an 84 and it's been in the shop for a few months now because I'm getting it completely rebuilt and overhauled. And it's been parked for 14 years. My dad won it in a raffle for $25 on my birthday.
Oh, wow.
And so when he could no longer get in and out of it, he said, it's time to get rid of it. And he was going to put it, up for sale. And I said, I'll take it. And so I bought it, and it found out that it has so many problems from sitting all those years. I wasn't able to use it. So I took it to the shop and they've been working on it. And we're down to one wire that we cannot find, but it's like kind of a make it or break it kind of thing. And it's a $30 wire for the carburetor.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we're working on now.
Get that close, you have to wait for one single little part.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
been a pain.
The 84 Corvette, it's worth putting the money into it, though. No, any of that older style Corvettes are so beautiful, and just to be able to run them around is worth it.
Oh yeah. Just to be able to ride it around here and know that it was my dad's, my dad's still alive, and hopefully that, my car is done and I'm going to take it and get it painted. And then I'm going to take it and pick him up and take him for a ride.
Well, to you, it's going to have more sentimental value than anything else, anyway.
Oh yeah. And
Especially
the mechanic at first kept telling me, are you sure you want to put this money into it? Because it's, probably the car's not worth it, in value. And I said, I don't care. It was my dad's car. He won it on my birthday on a raffle. And, he gave it to me. It's my car now. So I'm doing it for the sentimental value. And then eventually I'll pass it on to one of my kids who will pass it on to their kids. It's a classic now. It's got
Oh, yeah.
the classic plates
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
it's a nice little car. Very low miles too for sitting so long. So
It's an investment.
it is.
That's the way you're going to look at it. If you're just looking to put that into a vehicle that you're going to run the piss out of it, and hopefully it's going to last a couple of years, is one thing. But if you're going to, put it into it and cherish it and put it up when you shouldn't be running it and stuff like that, that's the thing. Up here, we have to put them up during the winter because you don't want to run them on the salty roads and so forth.
Yep. And then it's so low profile that, we get a lot of snow here. So you definitely don't want to be riding it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where you are, you get snow too. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. We actually had snow in the mountains last night. It was beautiful. So ski
Oh
season and snowboarding season is coming up. I'm excited.
yeah. I had a condominium up in the ski mountains, and I sold it. I used to Airbnb it. It was actually where I lived. When I first met my wife, I lived in that condo, and then me and a friend of mine went to Canada for a weekend, and that's where I met my wife. Where she was working in Canada, and so I went up there and I met her, and so I ended up going back and forth from Canada to Maine for a while, and finally I moved right up to Canada. Stayed up to Canada for 3 years, and then we moved back down here after we had our first child. So
How's your daughter doing in her gymnastics? I know, totally off topic, but you just triggered a thought, and I was
actually,
just wondering how she's doing with her.
actually really good. She's learned more. We put her in a new gym because I had a feeling that the gym that she was in wasn't advancing her properly. So we put her in a new gym. In this new gym, it's like night and day. She's been state champion 2 years, so we knew that she had the ability. But now to see what she's doing now after just a year and 3 months, it's just flabbergasted me.
That's
Um,
awesome. That's great. It's so wonderful when I hear that kids have goals and ambition, because that's what they need these days. They
yeah,
have to have that. Otherwise they get sidetracked and, you
yeah.
know, get
But,
involved
but
with the wrong crowds and do the
yeah,
wrong things. So good to hear
but
that.
she's in a tough class this year, though. In the category in the class that she's in now, it's one of the hardest because you've got a lot of good kids that are doing a lot in. So she's had you know three when she's doing her running passes. What used to be able to do like a one thing in during a running pass, now she has to do a like a back handspring, back tuck, forward.
It's more challenging. That's
Yeah,
good. They're
well, it's
challenging
scary,
her.
challenging, and scarier than hell. My God, my wife will close her eyes when she does it sometimes, and she's afraid she's going to hurt herself.
Yeah, it's scary to watch our kids do those things, but at the same time, you got to be so proud of them and, give them that proper encouragement that they need because they certainly need that to stay focused.
And
It's
this place
important.
she's in now has a pit where on one of their running passes they can fall. The last thing it'll be in a pit. So their most challenging thing that they've got to do is in the pit. And my daughter yesterday did the first time ever did what they call a double tuck, which is basically just doing a double somersault
Oh,
and landed
nice.
on her feet in the pit. So once she's done that 10 times in a certain amount of time, then she could start doing it on the floor. But I told my wife, I said, when she starts doing double somersaults, forward somersaults and somersault with a twist, I said, I won't be able to go probably anymore because my heart, I don't know how much my freaking heart can take. Oh Jesus!
Yep, I could say that would be hard to watch.
And
But
thank,
at the same time, you'll be there and you'll be proud of her and you'll be supporting her and cheering her on.
thank God they put a pacemaker in because I know before my heart would go 150, 180 beats a minute for Christ's sakes when she would be
Wow.
doing her stuff. Yeah, I'd be sitting there watching and I was thinking I could check my heart rate and stuff. And it'd be 160, 180 beats a minute. And that's just sitting there watching her. And now I've got the pacemaker. I'll sit there and watch her and I'll check my heartbeat. 70, 75. I'm like, yeah, this is cool.
Yay, good. That's
Yeah.
awesome that you can watch her.
Yeah,
That's good.
now that I've had the pacemaker put, as a matter of fact, my wife almost shot me day 4 yesterday. I went for I have what's called this amphibious ATV. You can go in the water with it. You can go anywhere with it. It's got 6 wheels and it's an all-wheel drive. And so I decided to take it for a ride the other day. And I didn't take anybody with me. I just thought, let's go. So I loaded it up on my trailer and took off. Well, I went for a ride and I got about a mile and a half up in the woods. And the damn thing broke down on me.
Uh-oh, and you're by yourself.
By myself. Well, all I have is a friggin' cane with me. And I usually walk with a walker. So here I am trying. I call and my wife is already on the way with my daughter to go and drop her off at gymnastics, which is an hour away, which would have put her 2.5 hours away from where I am. So I just said to her, I said, well, I'm going to walk out. And thank God it was early in the afternoon. I said, well, I'm going to walk out. I said, if I ain't back before dark, don't worry about me. I says, and if I don't make it back tonight, don't worry about me. I'll just, put myself up a little shelter and spend the night. If I don't make it out all the way, I'll tell you what, when I could feel the hate from 2.5 hours away. And I made it out that night, but I'll tell you what, I try not to let her know how lame and how sore I am. Imagine when the furthest walk that you do is from the house to the truck and the truck to the store, and you have to walk 1.5 miles. Oh, good Lord, my leg is freaking bad.
Yeah, she's gonna give you a lecturing.
I try my damnedest so that she don't know how much pain I'm in. Because if I'm in pain, she'll just look at me and laugh because she says that's my karma kicking in. So, oh my God, but I am so sore. So if I ever do that again, and the thing of it is, I had the signal. I could have called somebody, but if you do that, whoever comes and gets you, that's all you're going to hear for the next friggin' month out of that person. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you did that. So I said, you know what? It's worth the friggin' pain and agony I'm going through right now. But I'll tell you what, I will never ever do that again. If I'm going to go out in the woods like that, and the funny thing is, the place that I went with is right behind where I was brought up is a mountain, and that's where I was going is up on the mountain, which is where the mountain used to be my playground. When I was a kid, you couldn't stay in the house. The old man was always, get out of the house. You ain't got no reason to be in here. And you went outside and played. Well, we lived right in front of the mountain, so we'd go play up on the mountain. So I knew that mountain like the back of my hand. And so I said to the wife, don't worry about me. I know where water is. I know where I can get shelter. So, but yeah, that did not comfort her at all. So
Always got to make sure that you are prepared no matter what.
First
aid kit, extra water, provisions, always.
Well, the thing about being my playground, I know where all of those streams. See, now when I was a kid, I know you probably can't do it now, but when I was a kid, we used to be able to drink out of the streams because all the streams, you never had to worry about arsenic or any of that garbage that they say is in the streams now. We always used to just get down and get a drink out of a little stream. And I haven't tried it recently, but God, I would like to think that here in Maine that we could still, we're only 95% forested, which means we only have 5% development of the state. I would like to think that we could still get fresh above ground water, to drink. But if not, God, that'd be a sorry time that we're in if we can.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Glenn, I've got to get down. I've got to finish packing up and get ready. But thank you for allowing me up here. It's been great talking to you. And Brian, hope all goes well with you and your daughter and your family. It's been good talking to you guys.
It's good talking to you, Sweet Sugar. I got to head out too. And good talking to you, Sugar. I hope to see you soon. And Glenn, it's always good giving you a hard time. That's why I come up here, just to the sole purpose, give you a hard time.
Okay.
So it's good talking to you guys, everybody in the chat. Good seeing you. Take care and see y'all later. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Be careful.
All right, Glenn. Thanks for having me up here. I'll see you in chat.
You're welcome. Thank you coming up.
You're welcome.
Anybody want to come up? More welcome. Okay, sweet sugar. You be careful, okay, sweetheart? Okay, dude. What do you say? That's why I call you a tickle me goofy. Yeah, anybody want to come up? More welcome to come up. Hello, cat girl. How you doing? Hello, Doofy.
Glenn, you fucking nut scratcher. What's going on?
Nothing too much.
How's your day going? You looking to get fucking slapped around?
I pretty good.
Yep, you looking to get slapped or what?
Nah, you gotta catch me first.
Well, you can catch your little ass. How's your man doing? You guys still together?
Yep,
That's good.
you yours?
We broke up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he fell off and walked away.
Oh okay.
How's work today? You work?
Yep. I had one lot to do this morning and got done with it in 3 4 weeks.
That's good. I just got out myself.
Oh okay.
Yeah. They're gonna try to give us an easy day today because they're gonna fucking fuck us next week. There's so many. They have so many guys that are days off and shit next week.
Yeah.
Like make sure you wear your work boots on Monday. I'm like, first of all, I wear my work boots all the time, but I can do this shit in my fucking flip flops if I could actually wear them.
Yeah.
My big ass feet actually ain't fitting no flip flops.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't be off tomorrow and Sunday.
Tomorrow is Sunday.
Nah, tomorrow's Saturday.
According to you, today would be Wednesday because you thought yesterday was Tuesday.
Well, yesterday I got my is I misspelled that.
Yeah. You're there telling people it's fucking Tuesday. You nut. I don't know why, Glenn. You love playing the fucking mind games to everybody.
Well, can't help it.
What else is
Well,
going
what you
on?
gonna do with it? What now?
I don't know, Glenn. I don't know yet. May choke a chicken. I may go live later. There's so many possibilities. Maybe I'll write a book. I don't know. I write a fucking book about you, Glenn. The Adventures of the Turtle Man. You wandered in 5 counties
Hello,
of fucking
Pun.
sleeping
Hey there,
baby
Glenn.
turtles.
I was just waiting for the tards to leave.
Oh, okay. Hello, Labrador. Yeah. You doing okay today, Pun?
Yeah. I was wondering how Miss Lavender's feeling. Hope she's feeling better.
Yeah.
Sucks about her car.
Yeah.
What you up to today, Glenn? You ain't working today?
Yeah. I had one lot to do today, and got off early. Went home, got me something to eat. And it'll go. I went live a lot earlier than what I usually do.
Yeah.
Duke dropped off.
Well, that's good, Glenn. At least you got off early. It's always nice, especially on a Friday.
Yeah. Well, the guy working with told me we gonna be off for 3 days, and he forgot we probably do one more lot, and kind of kicked on me the one lot that we usually do every 2 weeks, and he forgot about it.
Not today.
Nope.
Give me a second there, Glenn. I gotta open the doors. I'm burning up.
Okay. How everybody doing today in the chat?
Hopefully not burning up like this motherfucker is. It's hot as fuck here still.
Yeah, well, it ain't too bad here where I'm at. Long as I ain't in shade. But again, that sun making it feel a lot harder than what it actually is.
I tell you about my rattlesnake, Glenn.
Nuh-uh.
So I've been staying out at the land here and there because I got a lot to do out there. Just sleeping in a tent and shit. Well, coming to town the other day, and I had my kids.
Hey,
They
Glenn.
locked my damn. They locked my
Go
damn
back with me.
keys in my
Yeah.
truck.
Go ahead.
They locked them in my truck in the ignition, where my electric locks wouldn't work, so I had to pay an asshole $40 to get my truck unlocked. So when I got it unlocked, they got back in there and turned every light on they could, I guess. So I went to start it the other day. It was dead. I popped the hood, walk around the side, and I noticed there's a goddamn rattlesnake sitting right by the battery inside the trunk or inside the engine compartment.
Oh.
A 3-foot rattlesnake curled up right near the battery compartment.
Oh, that is a scary thought.
Yeah, especially knowing I run my hands about 2 or 3 inches right from the asshole when I was trying to pop the latch.
Yeah. Okay, Dookie. But yeah. That unusual, to see a snake. They up on the hood anyway.
First time I ever seen it.
Yeah. Oh, me. But yeah. I heard that before, but I ain't never seen it.
Scared the shit out of me. I fucking hate snakes.
Yeah, I had people tell me only two kinds of snake that they don't like: lavering and dead ones.
Yeah, I don't like any snake. I kill them all.
Yeah. I don't know about Texas, but I know here in Louisiana we got one snake I will not kill. And the reason why, because they eat the other poisonous snake.
That's a king snake, Glenn.
Yep. Hello, Kimball. But yeah. I will not. Oh, I will not kill them. Hello, Easy. How you doing? How you doing, Cat? That Christine. You on mute, that Christine. How you doing? Oh no, she realizes not, but she on mute. But yeah, I what weird, I ain't been seeing as many snakes like I usually do.
I haven't seen that many snakes in a while either.
Oh,
I've been
okay, that Christine.
I've
Go
walked
ahead.
I've walked that pasture so many times. It's unreal in the rock wall that's built up out there, and I still ain't seen not one snake down in the pasture. The only snakes I ever seen was up by the house, and I've only seen three of them.
Yeah, yeah, the pond I usually go fishing at, and I usually see like 3, 4 of them out in the water swimming, and I ain't been seeing that many swimming on top of the water this year.
I just haven't seen that many snakes lately at all. Seems like when I was a kid, I used to see them all the time, especially cottonmouths.
Oh yeah, cottonmouth, copperheads, and water mosquito. In places I usually see one or two timber rattlers.
I've never seen a
And
timber
very,
rattler.
yeah, and very rare that I see actual ground rattlers, but we got some of those too.
They killed the state record diamondback at Whitney Lake about 15 years ago. Fucking snake was
Hmm.
as big as a python.
Yeah, they do get
Fucker,
big.
fucker was about 8 or 9 foot long, about the big around the size of a fucking gallon paint can.
Yeah,
That's what sucks about them copperheads. They are mean. Them fuckers getting in wood piles. You can't see the fucking things.
Oh yeah,
At least the rattlesnake, you know it's there because if you're anywhere close to it, it'll let you know it. Fucking
yeah,
copperheads, you don't know where the fuck they're at.
yeah. You know what? Got me 8 years ago. Guy hired me stack up wood. Now he has like 8 power split wood. He ended up having like that 8 quart wood. And what I doing, I pick a couple of them up. I get done with power and didn't see no snake. Went to the next one, did the same thing. Went to the next one, did the same thing. I got all the way down to the last pile. Got all the way down to a little bit, not much. Well, I grabbed one on top, kind of one end on top, point on was on top, but the other end on the ground. Well, I went and picked it up the way I grabbed it. I kind of glad I grabbed it this certain way. I grabbed the top of it, and I knew that my hand wasn't gonna go all the way around it because the widening, pretty good. It had a little bit of size to it. I went and grabbed it, picked one end up, and I saw it rattling. Didn't make no noise or nothing. It just laying there curled up. I dropped it. I went to the guy and I told the guy a shotgun. He wanted to yell, and I said, you might want to go get it for me because there's a snake up on a piece of wood here up on one of the piles. He wanted to, okay, he went and got his gun. He grabbed his 12 gauge and single barrel breakdown when you go load it. And well, I got the shell in, and after I got it ready, and what I done, fortunately, I had boot on, and I'm glad I had a pair of boots, when I did that. What I done, I stuck my foot right there at that one piece of wood, split wood. I moved it, I moved my foot back. Didn't strike you nothing, you just laying there. I'm like, wait a second, that snake dead? Well, I ain't gonna take a chance if it ain't. And what I done, I shot it. So, Miss Beautiful HB.
That's Fanny's probably either cold blooded. He probably just a little cold. He didn't warmed up sunbathed yet, and he probably couldn't move real fast.
Yeah. Well,
They,
I'm just glad it didn't strike.
if they don't have no sun, they don't have no energy. They can't really do much of anything. They're just kind of dormant. They got to get some sun before they can do much.
Yeah.
And that one thing about a rattlesnake is he can't strike you unless he's in a strike position.
Yeah.
And they can strike about half their body length. So whatever their body length is, they can leap about half their body length.
Yeah. And I agree with you on that one. I mean, about 6 years ago, well, not that long, about 4 years ago, I was walking on the trail and going to this pond. When I go in there, I had a bucket. I told bucket with me so I can have something to sit on. Well, I told the bucket in my right hand, my water wheel in my left. Next thing I know, I had a cottonmouth. He struck at my he's striking at me, but I had my bucket on the same side that snake, with that snake on the right hand. But when I came out, I had my bucket in my left hand. Well, I went to that pond on that 112 that there's snake. You struck at me once on the way to that pond. On the way out, you struck at me again, but you hit that bucket both times. Well, next day, that very same snake was sticking out in that same spot. And, well, he struck at me again. I'm like, Well, what I done, I carry, a light candle, and I stuck and I made me, a snake candle with it. And what I done, I pinned that snake head down, and I cut the head off. Then I had that problem since.
Well, Glenn, you braver man than me, Glenn, because I'd have dropped that shit and ran hightailed it the fuck out of there first time the snake struck at me.
Yeah.
I'd have ran
What?
like a little bitch.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see snake. What happened? I didn't see the snake there, and it blended in with the surrounding. And that what really, what really scared me. Well, when I spotted that snake after it struck at me that third time, and I'm like, I got that snake. I ain't, but most people would run.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been having it. I'd have ran like a bitch. Snakes give me the heebie-jeebies to scare the living fuck out of me.
Well, if I had a pelt rifle, that would have been great. If I had a shotgun, that would have been better. I didn't know that, Steve. Yeah. One thing I know cottonmouth, copperheads, and rattlesnake, three in the western diamondback, the three well-known snakes here in Louisiana and Texas.
Actually, Glenn, we have Texas has every poisonous indigenous snake to North America lives in Texas.
Yeah.
the most deadly being the coral snake, but it's hard to get bit by a coral snake, real hard.
Yeah. Oh, we got coral snake here as well. We got the two different ones. I know one and two poisoning, but the other one isn't.
They got real small fangs. If you got clothes on, they normally can't even bite through your clothes, but
Yeah,
they're the most poisonous.
yeah. They're like the granddaddy longlegs. The granddaddy longlegs poisoning, but their mouth is so small it can't bite a person. Bite through. They can't penetrate a person's skin.
Kind of like them. Cottonmouth's got a real small set of fangs too, but they're usually more aggressive.
Oh yeah,
I've had a cottonmouth try and get in my fucking boat before.
yeah, yeah. Well, on pretty like this. I remember years ago, I went fishing with a friend of mine down the road. We went to the lake. We went up on cypress trees, and well, we didn't see a snake, but it fell in the boat, and we did. What happened? It curled up in on one limb.
I've had them coil up
Well,
on a limb.
well, it's how it moved. When it did, it went flung on the limb, and it went out, it went in the boat.
I've had them. I've actually shot them out of trees when they've been raiding fucking birds' nests.
Yeah,
Fuckers, for a water snake, they sure can climb a tree too. So I usually always carry the. I got a little 410 shotgun I inherited from my grandfather, and just until a couple years back, I used to carry it in my boat all the time because ammunition's so hard to find now. It's so expensive for the fucking thing. I can't afford to shoot it now, but I used to carry that in my boat for my snake gun.
yeah,
I fish for a lot of crappie, and when I'm trying to find new crappie holes and stuff, I'm always looking for overgrowth and stumps right off the damn bank line, anywhere from 6 foot to 12 foot of water or so. With all that overgrowth, especially when you tie the boat up to it, you never know what's in there. A couple of times I've been sitting there fishing for hours, and then all of a sudden just notice a snake that's been sitting on a tree limb for God knows how long.
yeah. We got there's a lake here about 28 miles in range, 25 to 28 miles away. It's an alligator infested. And the reason why I say that because there's a lot of that one lake they ain't got the alligator out of, but they got pretty much took a lot of alligator out of a lot of other lake that we got here. We what gets me about this one particular lake, once you got a bridge that crossed it. One side on that bridge got one name, and the other side of that bridge got another name. and well, one side of that lake, it got a lot of weeds, water weeds. But when you get past in the middle, you can go on the other side of that bridge, and it will clear. And well, when we got done fishing, we loaded up the boat on the trailer. We no more I want to say like 6 inches away from baby rattlesnake, and well, it so happened eating frog. We so happened to look down. We saw we spotted eating frog, and we're like, oh damn! And what we done, we cut the head off.
We got alligator here too, Glenn. Believe it or not,
Yeah,
right up the Lampasas River. When I was, I think I was in the 8th grade. Pretty sure, anyways. I was 12, 13 years old. One of the two. We had a big flood. It rained for like weeks, 2 weeks straight here. Just rained and rained and rained. Matter of fact, it rained so much the called the Stillhouse Long Bridge normally would be about 30, 40 foot from the bridge to the water. The water was running
yeah,
over the bridge. It rained so much. When it stopped raining and the water went back down and shit, there was this stock tank that was up off this road called Fuller Lane down by the lake. And the city of Harker Heights had just annexed in Fuller Lane. So it being within the city limits and all, my dad was chief of police of Harker Heights at the time. But
yeah,
that water went back down. An alligator that lived off the Lampasas River had come up, looking for land, shelter. It got to get off the water sometime.
yeah.
But it found its way to that stock tank. And when the water went back down, it didn't leave the stock tank. It stayed in the stock tank.
Hmm.
And I'll never forget this because a buddy of mine lived up off a road called Broken Arrow that was right there next to Fuller Lane. And we were going to ball practice one day. We seen that alligator, and they make a real fucking funny noise, kind of like growling like a dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, my dad had started getting calls to the police department about this fucking alligator. So he called the game warden up, and I'll never forget this shit. We went out there one night, and this game warden took these 3 hooks, the big ass fucking hooks, biggest hooks I ever seen, tied them together with parachute cord, put some fucking chicken on it, like a whole fucking chicken, tied it to a tree, and threw it in the water and just said, wait, A little while later, that fucking tree started bowing. I'm talking about a tree probably about the size around about, I don't know, a couple foot around or so, bowing that whole fucking tree. Anyway, the game warden just told everybody to let that fucking alligator fight that fucking thing for a while. And tire him out. I guess a couple hours later, they pulled that alligator out of the water, stuck a broomstick in its mouth to get it to clamp down. Little old black guy that was a cop for my dad tied his mouth shut with duct tape.
Yeah.
And they threw him in the back of that fucking truck. Ended up being 8 foot long. Pretty big ass alligator.
Yeah.
That game warden fucking said he's going to take it to some game preserve somewhere. I don't remember what the fuck he's going, but hell, he said that it'd be the greatest thing in the world to get pulled over by a highway patrolman. So he said fucking he was speeding the whole way, but I don't know if the guy ever got pulled over. That's pretty neat though. I never seen shit like that.
Well, if you got a license, do stuff like that, I don't see wouldn't be a problem.
Well, here in Texas, you have to their draw tags. You have to put your name in for the draw, and then you only get a limited amount of tags to draw with.
Yeah.
And we don't have that many.
Yeah,
But here we allow trapping. Where in Louisiana you're not allowed to trap.
Yeah.
When you trap them in wire traps and shit, they'll drown.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to do it here. You can't do it in Louisiana.
Yeah. Here I know here like in Louisiana, and I done looked it up. Yeah, we got that as well. But you gotta take the course. Then you gotta wait for them do the drawing, and then and they so happen to draw your name, and you be said good to go now from that day forward, and you can go start trapping, but you gotta buy a tag, or you can go catch one, but you gotta catch like so many. They gotta be some link.
I don't think we have a link here. That's not true, two bitches. I like you in Lavender. Even if y'all are mean, it's okay.
But yeah, when you talking about the hook, doing 3 hooks like that, and I seen that technique before, before, and which one we don't use.
Sorry, Glenn. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh shit! Goddamn. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I miss two bitches. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But anyways, I seen where they use like 2 hooks up to 4 hooks, and which one they use 4 of them big hooks because they can very easily break one.
Yeah, I know, Glenn. I just don't see the point in fishing for alligators.
Well, I do. And which one? See it because it do because there's a lot of money involved in them.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in them. I just don't feel like getting my hand or my foot or my arm or my leg bit off.
Yeah. Well,
Waiting on the shaft. Maybe they just don't have a shaft. Maybe it's just the tip. That's all they got. Me personally, if I play just the tip, that's just going to be a whole second of just the tip because that's all that's going to be. Slipping around on a tree. It's a race, girl, and you better be fast because I'm gonna.
Well, I
Yeah.
always say once they go meet, they ain't gonna never go back.
Damn, Glenn.
It's nice meeting you, Glenn.
Is that Miss
How
Wendy?
you doing?
Yes, Poon.
Miss
Hey,
Wendy, how are
Glenn.
you?
Can you do any rabbit tricks?
Rabbit trick? Well, I can hop around. That's the only thing I can do.
Because I would love to see you do some tricks, Glenn.
Oh yeah.
Miss Wendy, Glenn just calls himself the Jackrabbit. He's not a magician, but I'm sure we could figure something out.
Okay.
When's the next time you want to do a play, Miss Wendy?
How about this weekend?
This weekend. See, I bet Glenn would want to be in on the play. Glenn, you like putting on plays?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but my only problem is I don't get the right kind of hat.
Oh, you don't have to have a hat at all. It's just be a character in Miss Wendy's play, and Miss Wendy likes to put on plays. I like to help her out when I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Goldie's going to be the star of the play, though.
Goldie is? Where's Goldie? How's Goldie been doing?
Goldie's good. Goldie's at McDonald's right now eating, you know
French
what
fries
he
or favorite?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
French
know
fries.
what he eats, Poon.
French fries and rainbow fish.
Yep.
Bloop, bloop.
Hey,
I
Poon.
love. Yes, ma'am.
How's it coming with your packing?
It's coming, Miss Wendy. It's coming. I'm getting it done.
Hey, Poon. What did you do with the rattlesnake in your vehicle? Did you kill it, or how did you get it out?
I shot it with a BB gun, and then I shut the hood and started my truck, and I don't know what happened to it after that.
Oh, okay. I would try and figure out how you got the snake out.
I hope it burned up underneath the hood. I mean, I don't know what happened to it. I didn't see it fall out, and I never heard it hit the fan or anything. I don't know what the hell happened to it.
I did not know you were scared of snakes, Poon.
Hell yeah, I'm scared of snakes. I can't stand them. They're like evil.
Poon, I think I heard or read some on the internet. People eat snakes.
Yeah, people eat snakes. A lot of people eat snakes. I ain't eating the damn things though.
I was wondering if you knew that, Poon.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Wendy. I knew that.
Well, I didn't know people can eat snakes.
Yes, ma'am. A lot of people do. They like it. I just don't think I'm going to try it, Miss Wendy.
Hey, Poon.
Sounds pretty gross. Yes, ma'am.
Do you think you are ever going to become a movie star?
No, ma'am. I don't think I'm ever going to be a movie star.
Because I would buy every one of your movies.
I'm sure you would, Miss Wendy. That makes me feel great, but I don't think I'm ever going to be
Hey,
a movie
Glenn,
star.
have you ever thought about going to Hollywood, be a Hollywood star?
No, ma'am.
I think you'll make a great actor, Glenn.
Oh, thank you.
You and Poon can play Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Who's going to be Juliet, Miss Wendy?
Hello,
Hey,
Joe.
Glenn. Hey, Glenn, you got someone really famous up on your panel, right?
Oh, yeah?
I'll be
You
right
don't know
back.
Wendy?
I
Wendy goes
cannot
on the
hear you all.
Okay,
Wendy,
Miss Wendy.
Oh, okay.
You guys don't know who that is?
I know exactly who Miss Wendy is. I've been Miss Wendy's friend for about a year now, and I do my best to help her.
She goes on
I,
the house.
I do my best. Hold on, I do my best to help her every time she needs help. So I
Yeah.
often go to her channel just to help her. But the problem is, there have been too many fucking shitheads over at her channel chasing clout off of her, thinking that they're gonna fucking pick up some type of fame off of her, and they've ruined her fucking
Well,
channel.
she's on Howard Stern. Well, that's too
Well, I
bad.
mean, yeah,
She got in a bad. She got in a bad car accident. Her and her mother.
yeah. That was about a couple months back before they moved to fucking Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
From Florida. The love.
she's the
I was
sweetest.
really
She's the
shocked when I
sweetest
just saw
lady. I
her.
mean,
Oh,
huh?
yeah. She loves to scratch tickets.
Oh, that's the problem.
Wendy.
I think.
I
Well,
know.
see,
She likes
man.
to gamble.
Here's the thing. I think her mother. I don't want to say too much. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Okay, that's all right. I know exactly who she is and what's her story. You know, I follow the show. So.
You follow her show or you follow Howard's?
Well, I follow both. I used to
Oh,
follow
okay.
Wendy all the time. Used to enjoy it. Yeah. I'm not here to look for anything.
Hello, She Devil. Hello, Bruce.
Yeah, a lot of people like. What sucks is you got these fucking dick faces from the RDA,
Yeah.
and it's funny to me how back in the Jimmer days they fucking treated Wendy like shit. They treated her like fucking pure dog shit.
Yeah.
And now that
Yeah.
Jimmer's gone, they fucking they're the ones that say they protect her, and they look. All they do is fucking use her. Is all they do. Pisses me off.
Right.
She's the sweetest. She's the sweetest lady, man. She's she's just sweet as hell.
I
She's
know she is. I know she's sweet. But I enjoy her on the show.
I enjoy the hell out of her company. She's funny, and she's funny, especially when she does her Freddy Cougar skit. Oh god, it's so funny.
Oh, it's the best, isn't it? Rah! I'm gonna slice you.
She'll do she'll do the my sweetie line and stuff. It's fucking great.
This is her
Or
favorite
hello, my
movie.
pretty, whatever. I can't remember what it is now.
She follows Freddy every day, watches his movies.
But yeah, she likes scary movies. She does.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's got some good people over at her channel now that's pretty much helping her with German lady and Cuban Miss Lauren.
Well, because it was funny. Yesterday, I saw her in Glenn's chat. I'm like, that can't be the same one. And when I saw her up on.
Did you see her on her Rabbit channel? It said Rabbit something.
No, I didn't.
So she has another channel she uses. It's called Rabbit something or other. That's her too. If you ever see it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll suck to her.
It sucks, man. It sucks real bad because we got her over 1,000 subs finally. Got her monetized, and then some fucking prick comes on there, sitting in a chair, ass naked, and asks her if she wanted to see some cock. Well, she doesn't know any better.
Of course
You know, she says, of course, she says yes, and the motherfucker stands up and they fucking flag her.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
Too bad. It's fucking disgusting, man. Shit pisses me off. Why the fuck would you want to hurt her channel? She doesn't do anything to anybody.
People don't care. It doesn't matter. It's YouTube. That's what people do. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. There aren't nice people out here. This is their
I mean, even Howard, Howard treats her like shit, but at least he sends stuff to her all the time, but he still treats her like shit. And I refuse to call her what Howard does.
Howard's changed the last couple of years. Howard's a different
Well, I
person
mean,
now.
as long as he'd stop calling her Wendy the fucking, you know what?
He doesn't call her
Or
that.
the,
He calls her Wendy the slower dog.
I mean, that's just as bad, dude.
Calling her that. I know, but she enjoys going up there.
Well, yeah, she'll always enjoy it. She loves Howard to death.
Yeah, I know she does.
And she loves Robin to death. Hell, she named her cat Robin for Robin.
Yeah, I know. She loves Shuli. Mr. Shuley.
I mean, if anybody wants to see some funny shit, like some real funny shit, go look up Howard Stern and the Holly Weird Squares when he was on there.
Was that funny?
That's the
Yep,
funniest shit, man.
Yeah. Was that the one with what's his face? The one that always says, "How you doing? How are you? What's going on?" Medicated Pete. The last Hollywood
I don't,
Squares they did.
I don't remember. I haven't watched Howard in a long time.
I still watch them. That last Hollywood Squares was fucking hysterical. Glenn, you still there? You catching turtles?
No, I'm still here.
Glenn, you got something
right, I'm
going
just
on in the
checking.
chat here, buddy.
No, I'm still here.
I don't know what's
Can
going
you
on in
hear
the
me,
chat.
Joe?
You got something going on in the chat here, Glenn.
Yeah.
Why are they talking shit about Christine?
Who was it?
I don't know what's going on.
Something with Christine about their wrench. She can't hide me. Trump, let me post it. I'm not a fan of two bitches. Talk shit about me. What's the difference? I don't know. I like Christine. Christine's a good person.
Yeah.
She's one of your favorites, Glenn. Stick up for
Yeah.
her. All right, guys. Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you, Poon. Nice talking to you, Glenn. Yep. Have a great weekend and talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Coming up.
Yep. Bye.
But yeah, I see on StreamYard, I can't tell you who been hidden or being timed out. But I can go back on YouTube and see what's going on. If if someone coming at Christine, time them out. They still come at her, then hide them.
I think they hid Trunk Monkey.
Hmm.
I don't know what for though, but
Hey, Glenn,
Yeah.
Christine and I were playing catch with Trunk Monkey, and now she's playing catch by herself. So she's hiding him, then unhiding him, and hiding him, and unhiding him. So that's all. I was just trying to find out what Trunk said. I don't even know what Trunk Monkey said to her, but now she's just
Yeah.
playing catch by herself. She's going back and forth. That's all.
Oh, okay. Joking around.
It seems to be. I don't think anybody's taking it seriously. I don't even think Trunk Monkey is around anymore. I think he left a long time ago.
well, he said he was going
Yeah.
fishing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that sounds like a fun time. Jeez.
Yeah.
I think Glenn, if you didn't know,
Well, Poon, I wanted to say I gotta give you credit for sticking up for Wendy like that. That's pretty cool.
I've done
I
that
don't always
ever
agree
since
with the
I've met
shit
her.
you say or do, but I'll say that's pretty cool.
I've done that since I've met her. She's been very sweet to
That's
me,
pretty
been
cool.
very nice to me. I've
Yeah.
I've done my best for her ever since. And I don't do what other people do. I don't chase clout off of her. People try to do that shit because they think that they're going to get something out of it, but they're sadly mistaken.
That's cool. I can respect that. Yeah.
Well, they've ruined her channel. They've ruined her channel a couple times. It's fucking bullshit. They just
That's
people going
happened
up there.
to that's happened to a bunch of people. Where we'll just say people that need a little extra help. So you go around and you help them, and then you build them up, and then some jerk comes and does exactly what you explained happened to her. I've seen it happen before, and
Well, it's like
it's pretty sad.
Like Ross and them at the RDA. What they do is Ross and them back in the Jimmer days used to treat her like shit. The Jimmer, whether or not you agree with what Jimmer did or didn't do, I mean, that's neither here nor there. Jimmer ran a show a lot like the Howard Stern show, and he was fucking huge. Over 100,000 subs, that kind of shit. And Wendy was part of it,
Yeah.
and she loved Jimmer. Jimmer stole a lot of money from Miss Wendy, which is bullshit because he thought he made Miss Wendy think that he was going to marry her and a bunch of other shit. It was fucking horse shit. But Ross and them still treated her like shit in them days. Called her a retard and all of the kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they got rid of Jimmer, they just chased off of her. So what they would do is they would, instead of going live on their channels, they'd get Wendy to go live and they'd go on her channel to pick up subs and chase it off of her. And they still do that shit. It's fucking bullshit. I only go on Wendy's show when she asks me to. I don't fucking hardly ever go over there unless she asks me to go over there.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't think anybody can accuse you of chasing clout, Poon. You say some pretty outrageous shit, so I don't think anybody can accuse you of chasing clout. I think you chase a lot of people away, but I don't think anybody can accuse you of that.
I'm probably chasing a lot of people away with shit comes out of my mouth.
Well,
but,
but everybody at first glance, when they first meet you, they take you seriously, and they think you mean a lot of the shit that you say, and I suppose I did that at first too. I listened to him. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Holy shit! Are you kidding me? And then you realize, it's just words.
There's two parts. I mean, if you ever watch my lives, you'll see both. You'll see the bullshit, and there's times where I'm perfectly honest and I'm fucking 100% real.
Well,
I can tell you how many times I broke on this platform and fucking just had it out, crying my eyes out. It happened to me just not too long ago, a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, I'll take it back. It was last week. I got shown something that I wish I never would have seen. Unfortunately, I had to see it. I'll never forget it. I got to live with it the rest of my life. And it's affected me in ways that you'll never understand. I have fucking kids. I have 3 beautiful fucking boys. So when I got to see shit of other people's children doing things that they should have never been fucking doing, it makes things a lot realer, man. It's fucking
oh yeah.
I can't explain it. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, no, when you have your own kids, it's different for people that don't have kids. You can make your opinion, you can say this or that, but when the first time you have children of your own flesh and blood, it makes you look at everything a whole lot differently. You look at TV differently. You look at the world differently. You look at how fucked up this planet is. Absolutely.
Well,
and everything affects you because you look at your kid, you see the way people treat their kids, and then you look at your own kid and you go, how the hell could someone treat a child like this or hurt a child like this in that way? It blows my mind. It makes me sick to my stomach. And that's why I stay away from a lot of shit out there. I stay away from a lot of channels. I don't want any part of them.
This I couldn't help. I mean, there's nothing I could do about it because they just kept coming in my backstage, and you know, they'd already have the images up. Well, to ban the fucking account from the studio, I have to see the image.
Oh shit.
And I saw a lot of images because they just kept coming in with account after account after account after account. As fast as I could ban them, they were there. It's like nothing I ever
geez.
seen before.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to see this shit again. It's fucking fucked me up. I cried for 6 hours straight because of that shit. I don't give a
I can
fuck.
only
You make fun of me
imagine.
all you want. You're fucking crying over it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. It's the worst fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. It puts a lot of things in perspective. These are people's fucking kids. How they even get into these compromised fucking situations is beyond me. And then to fucking turn it into the cops and then basically feel like you've been laughed at by the cops saying, what do you think we're going to do? I don't know, motherfucker, your job?
Yeah.
No, just until recently I got in touch with a detective that does nothing but missing and exploited children. And this person actually talked to me. You know, made me feel like he can help. It's fucking ridiculous. I can't believe the fucking depravity of people. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I've known some fucked up people in my life, some real fucking horrible, despicable people. Dudes that are doing life in prison for murder. And they still are nowhere near as bad as the people I've fucking met on this fucking place.
Oh, this is a cesspool. If you're referring to YouTube, it's a cesspool, dude.
I am referring to
shithole.
YouTube. I may say a lot of fucked up shit. In real life, I'm a fucking very good, decent person. I don't practice the shit I say on here. I just say it to fucking see who I can piss off or get a laugh out of.
And truth be told, man, you had me at first. You had me to the point where I'm like, who the fuck is saying this bullshit? I was pissed at you. I was fucking pissed. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? But then after I've listened to you a couple of times, I'm like, okay, so it's just, you know, trying to get a reaction. I can deal with that. And then when you talked about Wendy and the way you did, I said, holy shit, I got respect for this. And I'll be the first one to admit, okay, I judged you wrong. Okay, I was fucking wrong. I'll be the first one to admit that. Yeah, I judged you wrong, man.
Don't worry about it. It's just believe it or not, it's the same.
No. Guys, a lot of people hate this about me because I will come out and I'll say it publicly because I have publicly trashed the shit out of you, Boone. I wrote a fucking song about you. Okay,
that's all good.
I trashed you. I have to say that. I have to say this publicly. Okay, man, I judged you wrong.
It's all right.
That's my integrity. You know, that's my integrity.
I appreciate it, and it's honorable. A lot of other people don't ever fucking apologize or just keep on with it. Of course, you know, me being me, if you keep on with it, I keep it up. I don't stop.
But I will say this: having fun.
Miss Bless has done a lot to change me.
I think she has actually.
I've calmed a lot of that shit down. But I still have my fucking problems with people like fucking, you know, not getting laid Jay Leno. Hate that fucking guy. Fucking hate that guy.
Well, I mean, does he even have a dog in the hunt over here?
No, he got run out of here. He got run out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the last time somebody's seen that fucking asshole in one of these chats over here on this side. I haven't seen him in one of these chats in a long time. Not since he got fucking kicked out of Shelly's fucking shit. But that fucking piece of shit will find anything. Now he's on Mr. T's. And I've heard,
Wow.
so now I've heard he fucking showed his dick twice. He showed his dick on my live stream and he showed his dick on Tech D's live stream the other night. And now he's fucking, he's saying it was, you know, that it was perfectly okay that he showed his dick on a live stream.
That's pretty
What kind
gross.
what kind of motherfucker thinks like that?
And apparently, quite a few people. That's not the first time I've heard that happening. Look at how many people have fucking porn bombed Glenn and how they did it. It wasn't like they played a video. Fucking guy just turns his camera down and there it is. His junk's fucking hanging out.
Jesus Christ. No self. This
I
is like
mean-
fucking.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. Man, I can handle looking at a naked woman all day long, but there's something that's not real fucking appealing about a naked dude. I guess unless you're Shiva, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing
to
against
each his
Shiva.
own. I mean, if that does something for you, that's your deal. It ain't mine.
Yeah, I don't see nothing appealing about some fucking man meat hanging down at all. This fucking, it's not for me. Everybody can do what they want to. I'm just don't puff from the other side of the green there.
Yeah. I mean, I switch hitting baseball. That's about it. I don't do it anywhere else.
Yeah. It's fucking, it's just fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
It's just fucking, like, what the fuck? You think, it's like sending dick pics to chicks. I mean, what the fuck? You think that's going to get you some pussy?
Oh, okay. That's okay. Now I did a whole stream about this. Okay, because I'm trying to figure it out. Now you have to understand, I'm in my early 50s, actually mid 50s. I try to say early 50s. I'm 54. And I have an art department that I run with I have one person that's close to my age. The rest are all younger than me. And all the girls are talking, these girls that are 24, 25 years old, they're all talking about, oh my God, I get them all the time. Oh, it's no big deal. It just happened. I'm like, what? Oh, the pics. And I'm like, what pics? And they're like, Steve, dick pics. And I'm like, that really happens? People actually send that shit to you? And they're like, yeah, it happens all the time. I said, aren't you all married? I said, was your husband sending you pics? No, just guys, random guys sending us dick pics. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And they just passed a law in Texas about that.
It happens, man. It fucking, to be honest with you, you should hear about the shit Miss Bless has told me about. This is why she's not in hardly any Discord servers anymore.
Yeah, I left most
Because
of
she
them.
got tired of fucking dudes sending her dick pics constantly. You ought to hear some of the people that fucking send her dick pics. It's fucking insane.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
they passed a law in Texas. There's a law about that says you can't send an unsolicited pic with any kind of sexual content, dick pic or anything like that. It's a $500 fine for the first offense, and that it goes up from there.
Wow, $500 for showing your dick off. I mean, that's gonna stop it.
Yeah,
how do you prove it anyway? How do you fucking prove it? That's the next thing. How do you fucking prove it?
Yeah, I know, but there's how about this? I think I can. I have the law somewhere. I can post it so you can read it.
Well, federally, I know federally they passed the revenge porn fucking law. It's now a felony to do any type of revenge porn. But that's the thing. Define revenge porn under the definition is sharing anybody's fucking nudes without permission. But yet there's all kinds of fucking loopholes and shit through this thing. It's fucking stupid.
Well, there always is. All the laws are written to have loopholes. Nothing's ever black and white because it needs to be argued. Because there's always a variable in there, so that has to be written that way. It's it's like open carry. Well, it's like open carry in Texas. As long as you're not carrying your AR-15 in a provocative way, you're okay. Well, define provocative. Okay, to a left-wing soy boy is going to freak out because they see any gun. It's provocative to them.
Well, that's the thing that needs to be clarified. See, people think we just passed the open carry law here. No, we didn't just pass it. We've had the open carry law here forever. but that was for pistols and shotguns and shit like
Well,
that.
it was for
So you could-
rifles. It wasn't for pistol unless you had a license.
yeah, if you had a license, you could open carry at all times.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's
Yeah,
the
but
only
now it's
the only way
constitutional.
the only way you can have a concealed handgun in Texas is you must have the God damn it, what's it called? Where you go, you qualify shooting all that shit. I can't remember what the fucking shit is called, but point is, even if you have that shit, man, it's best not to get it, because say you're at a beer joint and you've had 1 or 2 beers. That's all you've had, right? And
Yeah.
then you walk outside and your buddy is getting the ever living shit kicked out of him by 4 or 5 dudes, and you pull out your handgun and you shoot one of them. Well, guess what? You just committed a felony. The concealed handgun license, that's what it is. The concealed handgun license, if you have that.
Yeah, I have that.
You just committed a felony if you shoot one of them trying to help your buddy, because you have consumed alcohol and used that weapon.
Yep. That's right.
You do not have to be legally intoxicated. All you have to do is consume alcohol and use that weapon. And
That's
you just
correct.
committed a felony.
Yep.
It's kind of fucking, it's horseshit. I'll give you an example of the revenge porn thing, that where it's got to be, where the stipulations fucking come into place. So like Tonic shared Betty Washam's nudes, right? Got them off of OnlyFans. Well, it can't be considered revenge porn because those pictures have to be copyrighted first.
Really? Okay.
Yes. But under the definition of revenge porn, it fits the definition 100%. But since he got them off of OnlyFans and they're not copyrighted, it don't make a fuck.
You sure? Because of the laws that came out, I mean, it even protects people with memes, people that create memes, if you use
Pretty
them
sure.
without permission. Because if you use someone's creation meme without permission now, the laws are all different.
Well, okay.
I don't know.
Kind of like, on here, if you use somebody's picture on here, let's say as a thumbnail, or you show it on a live stream, and you don't have their permission to use it, they can strike you.
Yep.
But if
Yes,
that
they can.
image is public and you can prove it, it has to be copyrighted before they can strike you.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that.
I mean, so I've actually been struck for using an image on a live stream,
Yeah.
or a thumbnail. I've been struck for it. I didn't get a strike. I mean, they just took my fucking video down and told me don't do this shit again.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't do anything maliciously or an intent to hurt anybody.
Yeah. One of my channels got struck recently I was down for 2 weeks because I played the fight video that led up to that shooting at the school. I mean, the school's just down the road. It's not very far from it where that school shooting happened.
I didn't know we had a school shooting here.
Yeah, well, no one died.
Oh, so it didn't get public fucking. Isn't that funny how shit in Texas never gets fucking, except for at the Walmart in El Paso or some shit. Everything else is just thrown under the rug.
I wanted to do a story on it because one of the teachers from the school went into my wife's office. My wife's an optician, and went into her for an exam, and they were talking. And she said the news media is twisting the story because it's not what they're saying. Well, it was a drug deal gone wrong, and the 18-year-old kid was beating the shit out of the 15-year-old kid, and the teacher broke it up. He walked over to his backpack, grabbed a gun, and started shooting. And
Wow.
they made it out to where the 18-year-old kid was getting bullied, and he was just protecting himself. That's not what happened. So I wanted to do a whole story on it. So I started gathering information, and I was going to interview this teacher. And, I was going to distort the teacher's, voice so no one could understand, or hear and identify who it was. And I was going to do a story. So I started storing all this stuff. It wasn't public. and they still struck my channel for it. It wasn't even public.
That's
They still
weird.
struck my channel. And
Who
there's 20
struck it?
other
I mean,
channels that has the same video. There's 20 other channels that has that same video. They're still up and running, and no one's hit them. And mine wasn't even public.
who struck your channel? Because
So
if you strike something, you get to see who struck it. So who struck it?
no, it was a terms of service. They did it themselves
Oh,
because no one could have seen it. It was unlisted. That's the crazy thing. So yeah, that was kind of nuts. But yeah, I got the channel back. I just gotta not get struck again for 90 more days or so. 80 days now. But yeah, that was kind of nuts. It was the first time I've ever been struck like that. But hey,
yeah. I mean,
man, I'm gonna
I've
have
done
to step down. I gotta go back into the office here.
there's Steve.
So
And of all the shit
I
I've
gotta
done,
find out
I've
what.
yet to get a strike. A real strike. Yeah.
You really? Well,
Yep.
I'll tell you this, Poon. When I go back to my channel, I know you're blocked on my stream. I'm gonna make sure you're unblocked. Okay, you're welcome on.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Glenn, thanks a lot for having me up, buddy.
Thank you coming up.
Okay, man.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I thank everybody coming up. I thank everybody in chat. And see y'all tomorrow. Andrew went live.
Who did?
Andrew, Dromedone.
Oh, I seen Miss Cindy did too.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and end it here and so that way they can I'm gonna go to Dromedone and see how he doing. And I'll see everybody at Dromedone or Sydney.